What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy JSD here, and I'm here for week number 4, the IBL season number 7. I'm your coach of the Seattle Pidgeots. Coming into this game, we were 2-1 with a +3 differential. And we are going up against my good buddy Zexion, and his team is incredibly scary. Yeah, so Mega Alakazam, Gliscor, Weavile, Dragalge, Vaporeon, Mienshao, and then Rotom Colossal, Ditto, Klefki, Bouffalant, and Mischievous. Coming in, he is 2-1, I think, as well. Possibly. So, looking at the matchup, just quickly, on my own, CRAWDAUNT looked absolutely incredible. Just a banded set. Aqua Jet hit literally everything on his team for neutral damage. His water resist is Rotom Fan, I believe, and then he has Vaporeon. So, yeah, banded, adaptability 252 in speed. This outspeeds a min speed or 0 speed Rotom Fan. It also outspeeds 0 speed Gliscor. It outspeeds Vaporeon. It outspeeds all basically the bulky stuff on his team, and then stuff Gliscor and under if he wants to run bulkier as well, even though Gliscor is kind of fast. Next up, we have Mississauga, the physically defensive Slowbro. 8 speed, just in case he wanted to creep one of his slower mons, like which one was it? I think. Which one? I think it was Colossal. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just 8 speed to creep, and then 248 defense. Physical set. Running the Colbur Berry for the Weavile. Weavile does so much work versus my team. I don't have a Weavile switch in on my entire team, basically. If he runs like knockoff, Ice Shard, Ice Crash, and Low Kick, basically like 2-shots everything on my team. You can see here, like, even the stuff I didn't bring, like Hippo loses to it, Reboot is not fast enough, Komala loses to it, Electivire loses to it, Lycanroc can Cell Rocket, but yeah, I don't think it kills, and I die to anything. And then Crobat loses to it, Decidueye loses, Low Kick to Registeel, Slowbro obviously, Mega Diancie takes a couple hits, but it also gets fried by like an Iron Hand or something. So yeah, pretty intense there. Then we had leftovers Light Metal for that Low Kick, Body Press, Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Protect on Stain the Registeel. This is enough defense to break Zam's sub if he is 0 HP with Body Press. And then the rest hit special defense as my counter to Mega Alakazam. If he doesn't have Focus Blast, I wall him 100% pretty much. Next up, Chocolberry, Kyurem Black with 3 attacks Hone Claws. So Scale Shot obviously can miss, but with a Hone Claws it can't. And then it boosts my speed. Obviously I get +1/+1, basically Dragon Dance in 2 turns. This is enough speed to outrun Gliscor creeping my Decidueye, which would be the only thing that really mattered. I could have done enough speed to outrun timid Alakazam if I was Jolly, but I figured that he would be Modest because Modest outruns Crobat, so naturally. So he can definitely be Modest, so I creeped Modest Alakazam in this as well. Next up, of course, is Crobat with Heavy Duty Boots with the Brave Bird U-Turn Boost Defog. Yeah, not the best matchup for Crobat in this game. Brave Bird was super strong versus his team, but other than that, it loses to a lot of things. But I needed Defog because I'm not running Boots on Kyurem, and I don't want Spikes to get up because T-Spikes and lots of rock setters. So that was my thing. Bring Crobat. Everything else didn't really have. I would have maybe brought Lycanroc maybe in this slot, but again, I needed Defog, so that was there. And then a Mega Diancie with Rock Polish and 3 attacks. Klefki is his only answer to Mega Diancie, pretty much. It's his only Fairy Resist, I'm pretty sure. And like Moonblast, Diamond Storm does loads to everything else. So I have Mystical Fire there in case he wants to Magnet Rise on Mega Diancie. So we'll get into it. So we brought Klefki, Alakazam, Yanxiao, Vaporeon, Gliscor, and Weavile. Pretty obvious that his 3 kind of defensive Pokemon will be Gliscor, Vaporeon, and Klefki. Right off the bat, I thought it would be Assault Vest Mienshao, Banded Weavile, and then I was expecting Alakazam with Psychic, Focus Blast, and then either Recover Nasty Plot or Sub Nasty Plot, or even Dazzling Gleam plus Nasty Plot, so he can KO CRAWDAUNT without risking a miss on Focus Blast. Yeah, so I just lead off with Diancie here, knowing he has a really good matchup versus everything on his team. Mienshao, which I didn't realize before the game, but I looked it up in the game, and it only gets Poison Jab and it doesn't get Iron Head. I figured it had Iron Head, but so I didn't fear anything with Diancie, but he turns out to be Scarfed actually. So I just went for Moonblast straight up. He goes in Klefki, shows that he's physically bulky, as Klefki was a pretty good check to cure him as well if he had Magnet Rise, because then Kyurem pretty much can't touch him outside of Bolt Strike. But that puts it in range for Mystical Fire. He does go for Magnet Rise, fearing the Earth Power, but you know, we read those. We read those like books, and we go for Mystical Fire. Great start here. He goes in Gliscor. I figured he would want to just either set up rocks, forcing me out with an Earthquake or whatever. But I just go for Moonblast here. He turns out to be specially defensive, and he goes for Metal Claw, actually, which is kind of hilarious. So I bank on the roll here on Gliscor, just staying in, doing another one. But he actually goes into Vaporeon, and immediately go Slowbro, and I figure out that Vaporeon is a huge issue because it's physically defensive. I figured out from the Moonblast damage, and basically the only things that can kill it reliably is a +1 Kyurem. So I go for knockoff here, knocking off the leftovers. He goes for Toxic on CRAWDAUNT, pretty big. I go into Stained here, and then I go for a Stealth Rock right away, because I figured Stealth Rock would be good for Weavile and for this Gliscor, and I needed Stealth Rock chip on Alakazam to OHKO with Aqua Jet. So he goes into Alakazam. I can't risk him predicting and going for Focus Blast as I go into Registeel. So I let Crobat go down, basically. His rocker is Gliscor, and I figured that he didn't really care about rocks at this point. So I just let Crobat go down here, not risking going into Registeel and getting caught with a Focus Blast. I go to Kyurem here. Knowing I'm Troupple Berry, I can take a modest Focus Blast and then outspeed after a Skill Shot if I hit it. But I actually I go for Skill Shot here. He goes Gliscor, which is a weird switch in my opinion. I'm an Ice type, I don't know. But I go for Hone Claws there because I can set up on this thing pretty freely. I kind of forgot that Scale Shot lowers your defense. So I go for it here, and if I got 5 hits, it would have been an excellent position for me to win, straight up, basically. And then, because of the defense drop, I can't go for it again because non-banded Weavile did not take me out here from 31. It did 30 maximum if he was like Focus Sash, or if he was Heavy Duty Boots, or Expert Belt or something like that, which I could have seen him being Expert Belt for sure, just because he had super effective hits with Dark, Fighting, and Ice against pretty much every member of my team except like Diancie and even CRAWDAUNT and like, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I think literally Electivire and Diancie were the only 2 Mons on my team that didn't have super effective damage from a low kick Ice Shard knockoff Weavile. So yeah, So I had to go for Icicle Spear here. But if he is banded Weavile, he does take me out. If I went for Scale Shot, he goes Weavile here, and Ice Shards me. But obviously now I don't outspeed the Scarf to Mienshao, so I just let him take me out with Knockoff. I figured if he went for U-turn, I can live that and get another hit off, but I go into Diancie knowing he's locked into Knockoff and take him out with Moonblast. Diancie's got 2 kills right now. Weavile comes in, obviously outspeeds me, so he goes for Knockoff. I could have gone straight into Registeel, but I didn't want him to protect that and go for a low kick right off the bat, because I can take one and take him out with Body Press. But here, I actually make a misplay. I go for Thunder Wave. Oh god, I just reset it. Okay, let's just get back there. There. So yeah. So I go for Thunder Wave here. Thinking that he might go hard into Alakazam. Like, if he thinks that I have Body Press or like a Steel type move or whatever, that he could possibly set up on me with the Alakazam, and it might be better for him. But he actually gets 2 knockoffs off, and I go for Body Press, taking out the Weavile. But now I'm in range of Focus Blast, obviously. But he goes into the Vaporeon. I go for Thunder Wave here. I go for Body Press on the next turn as he gets parried. That doesn't really matter because he just gets the Wish back. He gets parried again. Again, doesn't really matter because I'm not doing anything to this. But he actually gets parried that time. Kind of mattered because he probably went for Wish. And here he goes for Protect. I actually go for Switcheroo. I wanted to give this thing a Choice Band so it couldn't Wish on me forever. But he protects that. Obviously, it's going to go switch into Alakazam, which I can't. Switcheroo, obviously. He traces my Light Metal there. He's going to take me out with Psychic. I should have gone for Thunder Wave on that turn, because then I would have been able to lock myself in a knockoff. He's going to take me out with 2 Psychics. I go Crawdaunt here, go for Aqua Jet, take out the Alakazam. Crawdaunt's got another kill. He has a Vaporeon here, and it was a roll. So I expected him to go for the Wish. I wanted to Switcheroo the Choice Band onto him. Excuse me if you hear the dogs. Yeah, Switcheroo the Choice Band onto him and then knock it off and hopefully take him out from 54. Oh, no, I didn't do that on this turn. Never mind. Haha, lol. I do this on the next one. There we go. So he gets a Toxic off on Slowbro, which is huge. He goes Protect. I go for Switcheroo. I do it again. Switcheroo, he goes Wish, so now he's locked into Wish, but I actually knock off. I risk the roll, and 52%. What I should have done is swap infinitely between Slowbro and Crawdaunt, and would have worn out the 11 wishes he had, and then he would have lost. So yeah, ignore the dogs. Just 1 sec. I'm almost done. So yeah, he basically just is able to stall me out because I'm dumb. Yeah. So GG to Zex. It didn't end the way I wanted it to. I thought I had a commanding position, and it turned out that I didn't. Vaporeon is annoying, and my electric type is not great. So look out for changes, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, see you in the next video. QDL Week 2 is coming tomorrow, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.